Okay. I'm still kind of getting off the anger high from this last video that I did about Bosher. Anyways, the riots that are going on right now. It's kind of complicated to think about them. Because this was inevitable. We've been having peaceful protests for years ever since Martin Luther King. Haven't gotten any more shit done. Nothing. And I could also put out the point that they're fake protests, kind of to better someone's agenda, not the actual black community, but I'm not going to rant about that right now. I'm going to take it from the standpoint that it's the black community being oppressed completely, that there's no ulterior motives, which I do think to a certain degree, but again, there are some people out there that are not doing it for the black community, but for their own ulterior motives, with their own advantages in mind. It's so fucking stupid. We're basically turning into the Hong Kong protests, but worse. We're going through Civil War II, basically. We're about to, if anything. Lines are being drawn. It's fucking... Literally, I'm scrolling through memes. I'm literally seeing these rooftop Korean memes where these small business owners are taking inspiration from the Vietnam War and the Chinese protesters and literally sitting up with their rifles on top of their businesses, having to shoot down at people coming and looting their businesses. Which I think it's very fucking retarded that these people are fighting for the black community and fighting for black rights and all that stuff, and they're going and burning small businesses literally run by black people or anybody else. This entire year, in my opinion, has just been the epitome of fucking natural selection. Natural selection! You have the fucking virus taking out all the elderly, then you have this bullshit where it's all these retards taking out small businesses getting mowed down by the police. I fucking hate it. Then there are the actual people who are actually fighting for what's right, and they know what they're doing, and they're actually sticking to, hey, we need to fight the corrupt police. And again, not all police are corrupt. The system is corrupt, and there are bad people in it, but not every single person in the system is bad, which I think a lot of people are kind of ignoring. I think that if you see a policeman or a policewoman taking it too far during a riot, then please, by all means, fucking rip into them. Do what you want. I don't care. But if there's someone that's trying to kind of hold back, but not entirely, not try and fucking kill a peaceful protester. I mean, as peaceful as it can get in these times, you know what I mean? But if you see someone kind of like trying to hold back, like they're kind of just putting him in handcuffs, then yeah, kind of leave those guys alone. But if you see people full on, like the whole neck thing, and they're trying to fucking kill them, unless they made an attempt on the police officer's life, yeah, but even then, come on, man. Everybody out there's probably wanting to kill you regardless, so come on, think about it. It's so fucking retarded. There's so many fucking retarded people out there that are just jumping on the bandwagon of carnage. Like, hey, this is a good excuse to just fucking kill some people or wreck some businesses because they've been cooped up in their fucking house for months and they have nothing else better to do with their godforsaken lives. Except cause devastation that is not needed. I definitely think that this was inevitable. Peaceful protests for decades and decades and decades, and nothing happened. Jack shit did not happen. And it finally came to this. And that's our system's fault. Fucking, it's Trump's fault. It's the fucking government's fault in general. It's fucking police system's fault. It's the fucking government altogether's fault. And also, some retards on the side who are fighting for nothing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get off on that offshoot. It's so... God. I'm literally sitting here on iFunny scrolling through, and I see this guy. The guy's home like, whoa, yo, it's the owner. This guy in a red SUV drives, crosses that little piece of grass for a parking lot, parks, literally runs out, grabs a shotgun from the back seat, and literally has to shoot either... I couldn't tell if it was into the air or into a crowd, but literally towards a crowd that was coming to fucking loot his business. And I hate that. I mean, I live and go and I live in an area where that's not going to happen. I live out in the country, and where I usually go is a small rural town. And the police are there cool. There's nothing crazy that happens there. Like, literally, I live in Texas. I live near San Antonio, right? San Antonio. All around the world, we have all this fucking police brutality that is not needed. All this bullshit. Literally, Humvees going through the streets. It's fucking insane. Then when you look at San Antonio, and the protests and all that. The protests that happened in San Antonio. 0 police complaints. You might think, well, it's just the government. Big government hiding up the facts. It's like, bitch, please. Can we think about this? The public would have, said something. There would have been people online going yada, 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 and making a big deal of it. Please. And they were peaceful to them. They weren't fucking shooting tear gas into their homes. They weren't putting their knees on their necks. They weren't going right up to their faces 2 inches away and spraying pepper spray in their fucking face. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Literally, Flint, Michigan, I'm pretty sure. It's a town called Flint. I'm pretty sure it's in Michigan. My grandparents on my mom's side literally live in Marquette, Michigan. So, that hits home for me. It hits home for me. Literally, it's happening in fucking San Antonio and Austin. It's so fucking insane that this shit's happening. Literally, my, long-lost uncle is a police officer in Dallas, and there's shit going down, and he literally left right before this stuff happened, luckily, and it's fucking insane. I can't believe it. I hate it. Fucking 2020 is being such a bitch right now. We got coronavirus, we got these murder hornet bullshit. It's just fucking, it's making me go crazy. I'm hysterical right now. This is insane. Oh my god, bro. Anyways, back to Flint, Michigan, before I went off on that tangent. But Flint, Michigan. The police were literally like, hey, man, we know. This shit's wrong. We don't want to fight you, man. Come on, let's be cool here. We're not that kind of town. Let's be cool. As the protesters were doing what they were doing. Protesters are like, okay, yes. Okay, you're cool. We'll leave you alone then. Because you guys are cool. We know you. You're cool. And then everybody, I fucking go online and these people are calling Flint pussies. They're like, hey, you fucking coward, you didn't stand up to the pigs. Oh, go fuck yourself. Bitch, this is what we need. I'm sorry for the high pitch, but I'm very hysterical right now. We need people like that. These small town ideals. Where they're like, hey, the police here are cool because there's nothing that needs to happen. They're not being brutal. I'm sorry, my phone's a piece of shit. There's nothing going on where they need to be this fucking brutal. It's so fucking crazy to me. This police brutality shit, man. Like, I hate to sound like a fucking hippie, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not, bongs and rainbows all day, you know what I mean? I'm not. Fuck, I just offended so many people. But just have a sense of decency. Like, literally, you give... These people have the power to end our fucking lives in a fucking instant. And they abuse it. Because they go power hungry. Just have a sense of fucking decency, man. God, all this shit going on. Like the Virginia courthouse thing that was happening a few months ago that got swept under the carpet. It's so fucking crazy. Like, we're literally descending into a second civil war. And it's going to be so horrifying, the outcomes of it. Because it's literally going to be the government versus the citizens. And I'm wondering how the elections are going to go. Trump has fucked himself over for the entire time he has been in office. It's so fucking crazy how there can be anybody still voting for him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's... who is it? Is it Joe Biden that's running right now? I don't... fucking care about elections. But, they're both fucking horrible candidates. Hell, come on, Elon Musk for president. I prefer Elon Musk, dude. Elon Musk would be a great president. And you know how many votes he would get, too? He would totally blow Trump and Biden out of the water any single day if he was running for president. I mean, like, I don't have Twitter. I was contemplating last night, should I just get Twitter to @Elon Musk and say, hey, how about you run for president? Just to, kind of be that guy. But, the entire year's fucked. we're all fucked in the end. I hate to be that guy, but I can't think of it any other way. We're fucked. We're going to descend into a second civil war, and there's going to be fucking people sitting on top of their houses or some shit. They're going to be boarding up their window. God damn it, I hate my life. Fuck me. There's going to be people boarding up their windows. They're going to be sitting at the windows with shotguns or rifles and stuff, which, you know, I have my own guns that I would use. I mean, they're not that good of guns. It's a fucking double barrel that's like 100 plus years old with one working barrel. But, you know, maybe I'll show that one day. And some black powder guns. Like, I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna get, like, a shotgun from my grandpa or something, because he's a gun seller. So, you know, it's crazy, man. It's gonna be the shit all over again. Lines are gonna be drawn. And, you know, just kind of lighten the mood for this whole thing. I just want to say, this is the perfect time to kind of, you know, raid Area 51. You know what I mean? Like, we're all kind of in a collective thing right now. Area 51 was kind of meh, you know what I mean? This is the perfect time to do that, you know what I mean? So, just to end off on that note. But, in the end, I think we're just going to send into a second civil war. People are going to be sitting in their houses, shooting at anything that moves. To put blatantly, we're all fucked.